Hey, one of these days, we are going to get this like going real good. Okay, I'm feeling good about this. I'm feeling real good about myself. I love it when Snoop Dogg says that after he's had a few spliffs and at one of the Comedy Central roasts, he's the who are they roasting? I don't know. It's the one where it's like maybe Justin Bieber, and he gets up and he says, "I'm feeling real good about myself." Now, I'm broadcasting, or I'm advertising that I'm broadcasting from Shimokizawa, but I am not in Shimokizawa. I am in Ochanomizu. Ochanomizu, and I am here at the station and right outside of the Disc Union, an awesome Disc Union, right here in the heart of really central Tokyo. This is not like Shibuya or not like Shimokizawa or not like Shinjuku. It's not on the westish side of town. It's on the east side of town. This is our debut appearance here in Ochanomizu, and I had to come over on this side of town today for some work-related stuff. And so let's see here. I'll do like this. We'll do this way. We're getting a big camera flare. We're getting a big lens flare there, but maybe we'll do something like that. Or maybe the light's better this way. I want to just show off Disc Union for a little bit. Disc Union, let's get together and hang out. Disc Union, okay, the union of discs. So I need my record, I need my sign out here. This is gonna be fun. So it's 8 o'clock. Disc Union's closed right now. We may not get a single, but I have a hunch. So this is, we could get lucky. We might get lucky. There's a lot of, Ochanomizu is a little bit of like a music town. And I think a lot of the guitar shops and music shops are here. There's lots of universities around here. There's lots of young people. So there's a chance we could catch somebody. And I'm really happy to be here. They've just totally renewed the station. I haven't seen it. This is the first time I've seen it. It's right there. They did a really nice job. It was a kind of a crappy station. It was like one of these, like the ticket gate was right there on the street, and it was pretty ghetto. And it looks real nice. It looks like they did a really good job. I'm happy for them. Yeah, so Ochanomizu is, let's see, there's probably like 3 or 4 trains that come through here. I don't even know what all the lines that are. So Chiyoda line's here, the green subway line, the green JR line. It's got to be it's either Sobu or Chuo line is here. And yeah, I'm here in Ochanomizu. No, Ochanomizu is adjacent to the moat, the giant moat that goes around Tokyo, Kokyo, the Imperial Palace. And Ochanomizu, Ocha means tea, Ocha, and Mizu is water. So it's the tea water. It's the tea water, I guess, where they made the best water, perhaps. I'm just spitballing here. But the best tea that they got for the emperor, maybe. The water that they used to make the tea for the emperor. Ochanomizu. It's just a guess. And I believe my house over Kichijoji way-ish is the headwaters of this river that comes through here. I've been told that. It's the headwaters of the Konda River, and I think the Konda River flows right through here, and it's sort of connected to, they've just redesigned and redesigned the city so many times. It's kind of hard to really make sense of it all, but I'm very, very stoked to be in Ochanomizu. How are you guys? How far is it from Akihabara? Very close, actually. Not very far at all. It's pretty close to Akihabara. Says Peter McCartney, what's up, dude? Nice to see you. I need to go to that disc union. Oh, this disc union rules. Actually, this is this is on par. This is, in fact, I almost want to say this is a good one, a very good one. It's a very, very good disc union. And it's, it's a little bit like off the beaten path. It's not hard to get to, but you go to the Shibuya one, you go to the Shinjuku one, you go to the Shimokizawa one. My tripod doesn't want to stay up. Let's do this. Let's try that. Wow, I'm wearing my stuff out. That feels good. Come on, come on. No whammies, no whammies. Here comes a cool guitar. おめでとうございます。何ベース新しいベースギター最高おめでとう何買ったフェンダー You want to talk about 今ライブストリームやってて You want to come ベースの話はどう今ライブストリームやってて We're doing a live stream It's called tokyorecordstyle We love records Records 好きですか You like records? Okay, so ごめん前にちょっとYouTube ライブストリームいいですか名前は何ですか Do you speak English? Can we speak English?
Yes.
Okay, what's your name?
Kihon Kim.
Kihon Kim in Ochanomizu. Kihon Kim, and you're a musician? You play in a band, and you've come to now Ochanomizu. My name is Brian.
Brian.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, your hands are full, but he's got a brand new bass here. Omedetou gozaimasu. You got a guitar too? Kyo guitar, 2つの guitar. You got a guitar too? Omedetou, 2 new guitars here. Let's just show them off a little bit. There's a guitar box and a full-on case. So Ochanomizu, I'm coming for disc union. Kedo, Ochanomizu has lots of musical shops. Ne? Is the musical shops betsu no kinjo no namae? Is it a different or is it chanto Ochanomizu? Ochanomizu is the music town. Jimbocho is book town. Shimokita is Furugiya. Ochanomizu is music town plus college town. What else? Ochanomizu. Ocha no ocha desho? Ochanomizu no. Maybe the emperor's drinking because the imperial palace is not so far from here. Maybe 100, 200 years ago the water for the tea, Ochanomizu, is coming to the emperor. Anyway, I'm just rambling here. So you got a bass guitar and you got a bass. What's your name?
My name is Leo.
Leo, and you guys are both Japanese?
No, I'm Korean.
Korean, nice. Okay, annyeonghaseyo. I'm from America. Nice. I just was talking today about. Let me come this way a little bit. I was just talking today. You guys both come in. I was talking about how pop culture has gone for 50 years, gone from west to east. But now pop culture is going from east to west, right? Are you guys playing rock and roll, pop music? Dona kanji? J-pop, indies? Dona kanji?
J-pop and Korean indies.
Korean indies, okay. So right now, of course, K-pop is having like a super huge boom all around the world, right? And it's getting kind of like, is the roots of K-pop is J-pop?
I don't think so.
What's the roots of K-pop? Explain to us a rookie about K-pop. Where is K-pop roots? Does Korea have like Kayokyoku? Does it have like a version of old school like what? Yeah, I don't know anything about Korea. Where does K-pop come from?
I think K-pop is from like American pop songs.
Right. It's bringing from the West. Are the Beatles who?
I think it's fusion, like from Africa and from America.
Africa.
I mean, like jazz. Or
Right.
Like the rhythm of African music.
Okay.
So like, I guess K-pop has a lot of roots. So I think it's better to not define its roots and
Okay.
just leave it as K-pop.
No musicians like to define a genre, right? Nobody likes to be boxed in by their genre. Nice answer. Good. Gokaku, you pass. I know. I just recently heard an amazing. Do you guys know Japanese rock and roll legends from the 60s? You know Happy Endo, you know Hosono?
Like ex-Japan? Or?
Before this. It's like the 60s, the late 60s, early 70s. I heard a Korean band a couple of days ago. I have to find out. So one of the friends in Tokyorecordstyle is a label, Korean label, and I just heard an amazing old school rock and roll from Korea. I don't know who it is. I'm sorry, but so are you guys playing in a band together, or you live in Tokyo?
No, we live in Seoul.
You live in Seoul, okay. Lemon Soul. Do you know Lemon Soul? Lemon Soul, it's a little recycle shop. Don't know. Okay. Some friends that are coming to Tokyo frequently. They got a great shop in Seoul called Lemon Soul. And then maybe it's Seoul, S-O-U-L, Lemon Soul or something.
Soul.
It's cool. So you guys are visiting Tokyo right now. This is the first of many, or first time to Japan, or have you been here many times?
I am first time.
First
in
time?
Tokyo. Yeah.
First time? Many times. Few
Third?
times. Okay. Now, why don't you buy guitars in Seoul? Is there a better selection in Japan?
First is tax-free in
Tax-free. Okay, no tariffs. Tax-free. All right.
Industry.
Okay. Musical equipment's more expensive in Seoul?
Some are and some are not.
What about records? Are you guys buying, I know, Disc Union? Are you guys buying like recently there's a very big boom all around the world, but of course I'm seeing on Instagram awesome like record cafes in Korea and like listening bars and things like this. I think actually Korean record culture is maybe growing faster than so are you guys collecting records or not yet? Takasugi, too expensive. CDs, okay. Streaming, you're streaming more than CDs, or you like CDs, or do CDs have a purpose, or do you consume most of your music by streaming?
Almost in streaming.
Yeah.
Okay, almost streaming. So you guys came from what kind of bass did you buy today?
The fretless bass.
Fretless bass. Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know the maker. Who makes fretless basses?
I first saw that brand today.
Okay, wow, you took a chance on a Japanese, made in Japan? Do we know? We don't know.
Don't think so.
Okay, maybe someone. Okay, and it's electric, fretless bass. Does it have a head? Is it like a really funky design, or is it just kind of like a P bass or Fender jazz bass, or
like Fender jazz bass with no
fret?
pick guards and frets.
Do you want to show it?
Okay.
Yeah, let's see it. Let's see the bass. Is there a hard case in here or just a box?
There's hard case.
You should open up the.
It's for airplane.
Okay, fair enough. I know you guys remind me your names one more time. Tell me, I'm gonna have to write them down, but tell me your name. Tell me your name one more time.
Leo.
Leo and.
My English name is Peter.
Peter. Okay, that's easy. Leo and Peter. Leo and Peter. Oh, look at this. Okay, very cool. Like a sunburst. Look at this beauty. Okay, wow. So it's got the dots and it's got lines, but no actual frets. Interesting. Check it out. Check this out. It's got like it's got the frets and the lines. That's convenient. That's cool. I've never actually seen that before. All right. And yeah. And that's kind of Fender jazz style P bass. This looks pretty cool. Nice, dude. Well done. Omedetou. And the maker is Cruz. Maniac. And it's used maybe? Do we know?
It is.
It's used. Okay. Well done, guys. Nice. Secondhand fretless bass. Very nice. And Leo. なんダメ? 本当ですか? But it's どこでも this is like a public street. Really? Oh, I'm getting kicked out. Oh, bummer. First time for tokyorecordstyle. We're getting kicked out by the security guards. Really? Claim? Was there a claim? Claim, who made the claim? Okay. Okay. Well, maybe we'll go over to the station side. We'll see what happens over there. Well, okay, last thing to tell me. Do you guys are you guys playing music together?
Yeah.
Are you guys playing in a band together?
Yeah.
And are you guys playing, do you have a band?
Well, it's like cover band.
A cover band? And I want to ask you, like, who are some of your influences? Who are some of your heroes?
Our heroes.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me just pack this up and move this guy. This guy's like looking at me. Let me walk over to the station. Thank you so much for showing these, but let me just get out of this guy's face. Okay, bummer. Oh, bummer. Thank you. Okay. That's not good. Wow, it's the first. I'm getting kicked out of a place. Okay, so we can't come back to Ochanomizu. Bummer. Zannen. Super zannen. Okay, we'll just go over here. Are you guys going on the train?
Yeah.
Can I just ask you a few more things about your band? Let me just ask you one or two more things. So what you guys play, indies and J-pop. Who are some of your heroes, either in like Western bands or Japanese bands?
In Korean band,
Korean.
Songgol
May. Okay, Songgol May. A young artist, old school artist?
Old school.
Okay, everybody should know. Underground a little bit. From the 70s, from the 80s, 60s?
80s, maybe.
80s, okay. And Leo, who's one of your main influences?
Well, ACDC,
AC/DC, okay. Angus
Black
Young.
Sabbath.
Black Sabbath. Okay, well done. Heavy rock, I know, hard rock.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, ganbatte. Do you guys want to say your Instagram? Should we follow you on your Insta?
It's okay.
It's okay. Okay. Hey, thank you guys so much for saying hello, Leo and Peter. Let me give you my card real quick so you can see this. I got it real quick. I know it's Brian from tokyorecordstyle. ぜひお願いします。後でなんか YouTube とかホームページ見てください。ありがとうございます。おめでとうございます。Congratulations. How do you say congratulations in Korean?
축하합니다.
Chumkamnida. Kumchamnida. Everybody, congratulations on their new musical instruments. Chumkamnida. See you guys next time. 本当にありがとうございます。Bye. Thank you for your time. Okay. Bummer. Those guys, not a bummer about those guys. Disc Union. Okay, well, we'll just hang out over here, I guess. The light was good over there. That's okay. It's kind of private property-ish. That's a good little thing to know about. I can dig on that. I doubt he's gonna come over here. Wow, I'm so impressed with Ochanomizu Station. It's nice. This place was such a dump. It's real nice now. Hold on, let me zoom in on this. You guys ought to see this. It's nice. Look at this. This place used to be such a shithole. Ochanomizu Station. Okay, well, very kind of cool. We got properly kicked out of the Disc Union. Okay, I need one of those armbands. Disc Union, hook me up with a Disc Union armband. It's a shopping complex. I get it. It's private property. I mean, I assume all of it is, and I don't want to be an obnoxious foreigner. This is people keep asking me, why don't you stand outside the record stores? Why don't you just go outside? Why? It's like, because for that very reason. And now it's like I don't want to run into that guy again. And I don't want it to get back to, somebody that I'm a troublemaker. That's why. That's really why I don't want to go right by the stations, or excuse me, right by the record stores. But the city streets, they're a bit more neutral. They're a little bit more, a little bit more laid back, I think. The train's going right underneath me here. Okay, that was some high tension getting going. The getting busted by the cops, that was kind of a new thing. It was kind of fun. Let me see who's leaving comments here. Thanks for hanging on. Were you guys cheering me on while the cops were coming with a fuzz? I got shaken down. He was real sweet though, the old timer. I did give him a zannen. That's too bad. That's too bad. I said, was there a claim? Did somebody make a claim? And he said, no, it's just, this is a private property. You can't be making videos on here. Okay, fair enough. I fight on Monday. Peter's going to be here on Monday. Can't wait. So excited, like a kid again. Oh, dude, wonderful. I'm so excited for you, Peter. We'll have to hook up. Really, really exciting. Please look me up, and that's going to be amazing. Vinyl and Kicks, 86. Konnichiwa. It's actually konbanwa right now, or it's kind of late in the day. I had a very busy day. Very busy. I'm like, I can't believe I was in Czech Republic. I've mentioned this before, and I was in this little provincial town, and these guys were like, they were so insulted that I wouldn't drink their beer. I would drink their non-alcoholic beer, but I didn't want to drink their beer. And they were like, how could you dare come to Czech Republic and not drink our beer? And I had the most delicious, the most brownie, stouty, nutty, like just going down like Guinness. This most delicious, like amazing brown beer in these big liter bottles in Czech Republic. So good. I know what it looks like if I ever see it again. I'm on the hunt for it. But at the end of the night, everybody had like about 10 freaking liters of beer, and I did too. but I had like 3 of these giant bottles. I mean, it was entirely too much non-alcoholic beer in my tummy. But I was sitting there, blah, 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 I was sitting there just like this, just like, blah, it was the same feeling. It was like, I'm getting energized by the exhaustion and getting energized by just, I should be exhausted, but I'm not. I'm actually invigorated. And then one of them said to me, like, I get why you don't need, I was like, I don't need booze. It doesn't affect, like, it's like, yeah, it doesn't work exactly on me. It's like one of those mood enhancing drugs. It's like for some people, for hyper people, it calms them down. For calm people, it makes them alert. You know, I don't know. Alcohol doesn't do what it does to everybody, or I don't know what I'm saying. But anyway, fun. Got kicked out of the hood. Let's see, some more people here leaving some comments. Dude, that's Face in the house from Nashville. What's up, dude? Good to see you. Very cool, fretless bass, right? It was cool, right? But it was interesting. Like, it had lines where the frets would be, but they were just painted. They were painted frets. That was very interesting. I've never seen that before. Maybe that's all fretless basses are. A stand-up bass certainly doesn't have imaginary frets on it, nor does it have like markings on it. As far as it has like 2 markings on it, I think. Did the security chase Brian away? They did. I got chased away by a little old man. Damn. Okay, so that means, you know, I can't, I mean, I can come back here, but I can't go back over there, unfortunately. Bummer. Okay, let's see. Vinyl Kicks 86. Hola, Zeb. Haven't seen you in around a minute. Hey, Kicks. Security strikes again. Leave a thumbs up. Good people. Zeb, dude, thank you. Yes, please be encouraged to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Hit the like button. I'm convinced it helps. Trying to push the thing along. The guys were from Korea. Oh, look at this. Dude, that's face is writing some Korean. I can't read Hangul. I don't know how you say Korean in Korean, but in Japan they call it Hangaru, which is, yeah, Hangaru. I don't know. Yeah, don't worry. I intend to connect you when I'm over. Cheers, Peter. Come look me up. B-Sides in the house. What's up, B-Sides? Nice to see you. Astro Zombie. Hey, I don't recognize your name. Nice to see you here. That little old man was simply doing his job. Yeah, taking care of business. You're a public nuisance, Brian. I was a little bit of a public. He was friendly. He was kind. I didn't give him too much grief about it. You're wearing far too many layers. I'm wearing far too many. Well, my Tenagui is wet. It's like keeping me cool. It's keeping me cool, and I am wearing like a hat, and I don't really need to be wearing a hat, but otherwise I'm gonna look like this, and I would just as soon look like this. I need actually a new hat. I'm very much in the market for new glasses, which I can't seem to find, and a new hat. And I'm not looking out for records. I kind of maybe I need to face this way. I'm gonna face this way. I think Disc Union maybe it's 15 minutes after 8, so that means we might not get a single one, but the bass players were cool. I'll take it. That counts as a point. And we'll see, maybe there'll be some other people coming. Got something on my mind. Where was I? I lost my, yeah, high energy. Well, I was over by Toranomon. Just had dinner in Toranomon. Had to do some work over there this evening, and I thought I could get here at 7. I thought I could look, I'm already over on this side of town. I can just like dash over to that side and get it done, and like I can actually like it'll work all. And then of course like I just got stuck putting out fires and dealing with stuff, and it just like it evaporated. The window of opportunity closed. But I hopped on the motorcycle, and because I was already over here, I was imagining, where can I go on this side of town? I've got my microphone here and I got my stuff here. Where could I go over on this side? And Disc Union popped into my mind as an obvious choice. Because I can like hang out here, and there's like I said, college students and people coming and going, and I might be able to find somebody kind of music related, like those Korean guys. I should get out my record sign while I'm talking. Again, it went back in my bag. But what I was doing, Toranomon is kind of over by. This is kind of like in the middle of nowhere. Toranomon is it's over by like Shimbashi. It's kind of like south of Ginza. It's kind of like in a weird little pocket of Tokyo. And Ochanomizu is like also in kind of a little bit of a weird pocket of Tokyo, but it's on the north. It's slightly north of the Imperial Palace. The Imperial Palace is right in the center of Tokyo. I feel like I'm really off kilter here. You guys might have to just deal. Oh, I see some Disc Union bags, some Western dudes. Maybe. I do see some Disc Union bags. They might be CDs. Let's see if we can. Oh, they're not. They're partying. There was a handoff. There was a handoff here in the station. I don't know what happened. Okay. He's got blue hair. Let's see if I can catch his attention. What should I don't know if I can just shout out something. I don't think I can. I don't have it in me to be like, Disc Union! Record player! Turntable! I don't know. I have no idea what would catch his attention. Okay, so anyway, let me just, did I say hello to everybody? Brian, what's your favorite record store in Tokyo? Oh gosh, okay. Great question, Astro Zombie. I have to say, I pledge my allegiance to Flash Disc Ranch, and under the owner upon which it stands, one record store to rule them all. And Flash is poor Flash. No, not poor Flash. Flash is good, doing good. They're doing fine. But Flash, I owe it to Flash. Flash is not my. I don't spend a ton of money in Flash. I don't often find what I want in Flash. The records, he once told me he had like a little, I don't want to say like inferiority, but he had a little like insecurity about, dude, I don't think I have any good records, which he's such kind of a classic cantankerous record store owner. I was dumbfounded to hear that he's like nervous that he doesn't have good enough records for his customers, but it was a sweet, endearing thing, especially coming from him, who I've known for years, and he's just like, he argues with people as soon as they walk in. As soon as they walk in the door, he's like, take your bag off, wash your hands, you know? No, leave your bag there. It's like, as soon as you walk in, you have to remove your backpack because he doesn't want thieves in the place. So it's just funny. And he smokes, and his wife's in there, and the fucking place is a mess. And if you say to him, hey, Tsubaki-san, like, I don't know what to get today. Can you recommend me something? He's like, oh. Well, you come to my record store, you don't even know what you want, you know? And it's like the version of a cafe, you know, of like a diner waitress who's like, hey, come on, hurry up. What you got? This is real simple. Coffee, eggs, toast. You know, hurry up, I got other tables to wait here. It's kind of like a version of that, and I just find it so endearing and funny. And it's just like, it's so quintessential. It's by far not this, like, hippest. Depending on how you measure hip. It's not the shiniest, it's not the, like, most, you know, designed place, but he weathered the whole thing. And I don't know about him. That's my favorite record shop. Sorry to just go off, but thanks for the question. I have lots of them. I love Garageville. I had a falling out with a record store. I won't name them, but a place I really liked, but we kind of like butted heads on something. And Ginza Records is really cool. Pianola is awesome. Upstairs Records is cool. Record Station, all the Disc Unions. I mean, I'm just rattling them off. They all have their special kind of charm. But yeah, thanks for asking. I'm on the lookout for records, so forgive me for My eyes wandering all over the place. I don't think we're gonna get anybody else, but I do have a little thing I can riff on here. Maybe go to the other end of the station, so there will be customers from the jazz place. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, but they'd be. That's a pretty good idea, actually. That's actually a good idea. There's also, because then you might be able also to catch the instrument shop people who just bought instruments, because all the instruments are over there as well. And I think there's like a metal and there's like 2 more disc unions. That's actually a pretty good call. I think I'll stay put for now. Yeah, I think I'll stay put. Yeah, I think I'm the energy. I think I'm just gonna stick with this. But I'm gonna do that the next time I come here. That's a good call. Who said that? Was that Mick? That's a good call. Yeah. Very good call. Maybe I will. Let me get this one little idea out that I have, and then maybe I'll go back over there. I can't do this. My glasses. Have you ever been to a coffee bar that spins hip hop records? No, I don't think so. Can't say I have. I mean, no. Hit me to one if you know one. I don't know. Is it a place that you know about? Vinyl and Kicks 86? Ed Tone in the house. There used to be a Tokyo record store that only sold music from Bristol, Massive Attack, Portishead, etc. Might have been a pop-up. Very cool. There's also Toto Records, which is very close to here, and that's a very cool shop. He was the Tetsuro-san, I think is his name. Very cool, awesome record store. Highly worth getting off the beaten path to go. Super giant Moonriders fan, and really nice guy. He ran Reco Fan for 20 years in Shibuya. And any VC collaborations on the horizon, Brian? Thanks for all the questions, Astro Zombie. No. No, I don't have any. I wish I did, but I don't. I've just got videos that are sort of like in the queue that I want to make. That's all that's going on. Well, I say that there is kind of like there could be, and that's what I actually want to talk about, because on my way over here from Toranomon to Ochanomizu, I don't know what the name of that street is, but I basically come up directly like through Marunouchi. I come up right through the Imperial Palace and right on this big giant boulevard, and it's this sort of monumental street. It's not like Berlin monumental or like Moscow monumental, but it's like what's that famous street in New York? Like what's that like Wall Street called? Like Valley of the, what is that area called? Isn't there like a fun name, like the Valley of Liberty or something, or the something Boulevard, Freedom Boulevard, or I don't know what it is. It's a little bit cooler than that. Boulevard of the Americas. I think that's it. I'm getting close. At any rate, it's quite impressive, and there's lots of old buildings. It's where MacArthur ran the country during the occupied times, and it's got all the banks and the central things and all these buildings that overlook. And I'm just driving down, and the streets are really wide, and all the government buildings are around there, and it's like the air is fresh and it's cool. And just driving down the street, and I'm saying to myself, God damn, I love this city. I love this city. You know, I'm just driving, and I'm just like, fucking love this city. And I say this to myself almost on a daily basis. I really, really do absolutely fucking love this city. You know, the Beastie Boys credit, you know, like New York, so many people credit New York City as being like the thing that made them. And like, you know, you have like Yankees fans and Mets fans, and I feel like to love Tokyo, it's like to be like a Yankees fan, and I'm not a Yankees fan exactly. I don't have a team because I'm from Oklahoma, and we don't have a team. So I like the Mets and the Yankees, but the Yankees are the, you know, they're the richest team, right? They paid for Babe Ruth. They caused the curse of the Great Bambino. So they bought their way to their championships. You know, that's the, but so and the Yomiuri Giants, the Tokyo Giants, are very much the same way. And I don't want to be, I don't want them to be my team. I mean, luckily Tokyo actually has like 2 or 3 teams, but I feel like a Tokyoiter in a way that like maybe New Yorkers and like the hardcore Yankees fans feel like New Yorkers. And I was just driving here and I had like a little epiphany. I had like a little epiphany that was just real special. I thought, God damn, I love this city, and I should, like this little pop-up, this little service that I made, this little tour service. So to the question about, are you doing any VC collabs? No, but I have a handful of people who have inquired about this record touring service that I'm kind of offering, and they've said that they also don't just want to go to record stores. They also want to go take in someplace to eat or take into some tourist attraction or some landmark or monument or something. And I'm just driving down this big boulevard and be like, oh, that would be a cool place to take somebody. Oh, that would be, I would love to know the history of each of these buildings. And that one uses the theater that they're going to tear down. And that one is where the MacArthur was. And that one is where the Foreign Correspondence Club is. And like, I kind of know a lot of them just from osmosis, from being here for a long time. And my friend Maria, she's a Russian gal who is now Japanese. She's naturalized. Shout out Maria. I love my pal Maria. What's Maria's last name? She's got a real tricky last name. Oh, but shame on me. Anyway, amazing photographer, but she is a tour guide. And she brings groups of Russian tourists to Japan, and her mother is like the Japanese Russian Friendship Society leader and has been for like 30 years. And Maria came here when she was like 15 years old, and she was like a model for like Esprit and things like this. So when like young, tall, blonde, slender models were like in all over the magazines, she was one of those models. And you see them walking around sometimes. These like girls are like 6'3", and they're just like kind of, you're like, oh, she's doing magazine shoots. Maria was one of these girls. And I've been really lucky to see a little bit of her. I sometimes run into her with a gaggle full of Russians, and they're all like real gregarious and they're fun, and they don't speak any English, but they're real fun. And I think she has a license to be a tour guide. And I see the German tour guides. Americans like don't. There is no American tour guide. It's not like tour guiding. I don't think is so much part of like American culture. Not like it is in Europe and maybe Asia. You traveling around Japan, you often see groups of Chinese people or Korean people or Germans or Italians, and you see like somebody with a flag, a Spaniard, and it's a Japanese person speaking perfect Spanish or perfect Italian, and they're guiding around a group of a dozen people, and they're explaining, this is Ochanomizu Station, and this is Disc Union. And I was just thinking, like, why am I not a fucking tour guide? That's right up my alley, like right up my alley. And how fun would it be to like, enough about the city to be like, if you get in trouble, you can get out of it. And if you want to get to a secret place, you can. And I think that comes with, having lived, like, I don't know if somebody who even spoke better than me and who was more integrated and knew more Japan, I don't think that you get those creds without just putting in the time. And so I'm thinking, like a tour guide, I've never been on a tour. Who's been on a tour? I would think that the tour guys that you go with are like, they're okay, they're nice enough, but you don't want to like chum around with them. And sometimes you want to ditch out of the tour. But like, what if your tour guide was like, not only a tour guide, but like a for-hire like partner in crime, like a real on the level, ornery, out for a really good time, person just like you. and like add records into it, add bookstores into it, add cool glasses shop and cool hat shops, and you know, the back alley little sneaker shops, and not necessarily like the Tokyo Towers and the, you know, Sky Trees, although those could be easily offered as well. I once had the privilege to, well, not once, many times actually. Through my line of work, I'm working with a lot of embassies, and I got to work with the Brazilian embassy. Okay, let me read some of these comments. I'm going to come back to this Brazilian embassy idea here. Any VC collaborations? Okay, Hippest Tokyo Record Store and Konkyo, which specializes in ambient music. That is Ginza Records, I think is what you're describing. Specializes in ambient music arranged by a listening environment. Be warned, its shoes off. You're talking about Hankyo or Konkyo? Hankyo, maybe. What do you mean by Konkyo? I don't know Konkyo. I know Hankyo. Maybe that's what you're talking. In the department store Hankyo? That's Ginza Records, where they have a listening room. Sharapova? What are you talking about, Sharapova? She's a tennis player, right? Let's see. Was thinking of doing a Benny Hill tour here in Southampton. I mean, you know, Benny Hill. Benny Hill's a little bit, that's like, it's one of those, right? It's not that one, but it's one like that. I don't know. Benny Hill's a little bit before my time. Would love to visit Japan. Unfortunately, I'm too poor. You know, I get it. I'm not. I commiserate with you, but I will tell you, I was too poor when I came here. But I just came. I just begged, borrowed, and stealed my way here. And have you been out into the world? I think it's maybe a little bit rich of me to say such a thing because I really don't travel that much these days, and I really can't afford to travel. So I completely, can relate. But I think a lot of people don't travel because, like, the idea, it's like they might as well be going to Mars. It's like, go to Japan. I was like, I can't even like go to, the grocery store. The groceries are too expensive. But you just, every one of those like extra little things that you get, a little stick of gum, you just put that away. The little thing, and then you buy something and you flip it, and you're like, oh, look at this thing I don't use anymore. Flip that, and then have a big garage sale and reach out to somebody and be like, hey, call in those favors, and like, hey, could I trade? Do you looking for? And then next thing you know, you've got a little kitty together. You just buy a ticket and you're like, okay, I got the ticket. Now I got to figure out how to get. And then you make it happen. And I suppose it gets to be a lot harder the older you get and the sort of more set in your ways you become. But yeah, I think we unlearn how to be a little adventurous. I mean, I lived in Asia for 6 months on like $300. Every day I spent like $3. I mean, those days are maybe gone, but I stayed and I slept, in mangers and barns, and I hitchhiked, and I took every free dinner and ride and meal that somebody offered, and you can scratch it together if you really, really want it. And you can get, creative financing. Pitch to somebody like, hey, I got an idea. I'll go to Japan for you, and I'll buy records for you, and I'll bring them back, and you pay for half my trip, or something like this. Or I'm gonna go reach out to the airlines and be like, hey, I'm coming to Japan. I'm gonna meet up with this guy. He's this record guy. It'd be a great tourist thing to add to your in-flight magazine, and pitch him an idea. And when you get one no, go get another no. See how many no's you can get. Listen to me, no, motivational speaker. I'm facing the absolute wrong way to be catching anybody. All right. Anyway, back to this Brazil guy real quick. Maybe I'll take Mick's suggestion and go to the other side of the station, but my bike is over on this side. Is that okay? How long am I gonna go? I've only got about 20 more minutes left in me, I think. Oh, it's still hot. They say it's the hottest summer of the Konkyo Records in Sangenjaya. Okay, in an apartment building. Okay, I don't know Konkyo Records in Sangenjaya. Do you know, Mick? Here, you probably know, but I'll just hip you to it. You know how to say, you know how locals say Sangenjaya? You got to get hip to that, Mick. That should be on your list of things to know. Don't look it up. Come on. You got it. So the Brazil guy. Okay, we're gonna do this. Okay, we'll do it. The problem about moving with the phone is that the phone doesn't have any image stabilization. It gets real rocky. But why not? I think we got the bass players. Hold on. Ochanomizu eventful. I got kicked out. I got kicked off the property. Interesting. Okay. I was talking about this morning on a live stream I was hosting this morning. I had another nice little epiphany today. I've been thinking about the notion of like, am I streaming too much? Am I not making enough videos? Do other people do what I'm doing? Am I gonna like wear out my welcome? And I realized that I don't need to care what other people, I don't need to compare myself to anybody except for myself. So I was like, why am I comparing myself to I see so many people doing this and nobody's doing exactly what I'm doing. And I don't think, nobody's doing what anybody's doing, but I'm not. These are all like really amazing ramen shops. This would be like a killer place to come for lunch. There's like probably heaps of affordable eats. And man, there's like 5 ramen shops right there. Udon, Naoji, what is that one? Ochanomizu, yeah. All just yummy looking ramen shops. Okay, so I got friendly with the Brazilian ambassador to Japan. Very interesting character, very fun guy. And he made me think, wow, the best job in the world would be to be an ambassador of a country. That would be a great job. And I've met a bunch of the ambassadors. The Irish ambassador is another one of them he's all about having a good time. He's about nothing else besides having a good time. Where are the other disc unions? They haven't moved, have they? Oh no. Oh no. Mick, when was the last time you went to the disc union in Ochanomizu? I think it's gone. There's the spot I think where it once was. Bummer. I'm sure it's around here. Although, wow, interesting. I'm pretty sure there was like 2 floors of disc union right there. I forget what was on the first floor, but the second and third and maybe 4th floor were like punk, jazz, like heavy metal. But I'm almost certain that was the building. I haven't been here in a while. Mick, when was the last time you were here? Okay, well this street, this is like we're going over towards, I forget what Juntendo is over here. I forget what universities are over here. But I can see behind me Guitar Planet, Bass Planet, Kuroseku. I see a bunch of music shops. This is the music street right here. All of these shops are like guitar stores, violin shops, trumpets, everything. They got everything. I think this might... Bummer. Oh, no, there it is. Okay, I see they moved it. Okay. How long ago did they move it over there? Okay, well, we'll hang out here. And maybe we will catch somebody. I can see it over there. This happens to disc unions a lot, actually. They end up like, the buildings get torn down and then they build them just like around the corner. Shinjuku has like, they've changed them in Shinjuku, I think like 4 times since I've lived here. Except for the main one. Okay. And there's the other side of Ochanomizu Station. This one was kind of nice from a while ago. This has not been renewed. Well, it actually has had a facelift actually. But it's this big little plaza has been here for a while. It's kind of like a big plaza. Okay, I haven't been to those disc unions yet. I can see them over here. They're behind me. They're like, where are they? They're somewhere right around there. Or, yeah, they're somewhere right over there. Disc union, you can see the red and black maybe. Okay. Well, what I wanted to say about the Brazilian ambassador was that I think maybe I've talked about him once before, but he had a challenge where he wanted to basically rebuild the Café du Monde, I think it was called, or something like this. The Café du Monde, the famous first cafe in Ginza that sold coffee. It was the first time that the Japanese people had ever tasted coffee 100 years ago, 100 plus years ago. And they brought it from Brazil. And it was a big Brazilian-Japanese friendship thing, and it was famous, and everybody wanted to go, and you had to line up, and it was the design of the place, and the furniture, and the artworks, and there was this mural on one of the walls, and there were like 12 panels by a very famous architect. I think it was the same guy who designed the building, also designed the furniture, and also painted this like 8-panel mural. And after the Café du Monde ran its course, these 8 panels scattered around the world, and the Brazilian ambassador took it upon himself to find the 8 missing panels of the Café du Monde from 100 years ago, and he found like 7 of them, and he brought them all together and made like a one-day pop-up version of the cafe, and it was just so cool. And I'm like, what a brilliant, fun thing to do as part of your job. And so, oh no. Okay, hold on. We just lost communication with the camera. We're going to the inside camera, which isn't as nice, but it's okay. There's some Western guys. Okay, yeah, so back to this like tourist idea. I wonder if our tour guide idea. I wonder if there's really something here. I got so many inquiries on this tour guide thing. I wasn't actually prepared to like answer them. I like made sort of a rough and tumble sort of pricing system, but when people said like, oh, I'm coming on this day, how much? I'm coming on this day, how much? I'm coming on this day, I'll put half the deposit forward. How much is it? I'm like, oh my God, it's actually gonna, is that gonna work? Could there be something there? And but the amazing thing would be like I get to learn the city while I'm taking people around. You know, a little bit of faking it till you make it. Like foregoing this license, I don't think I could pass the Japanese. I imagine if you want to be like a licensed and bonded tour guide, insured tour guide, you probably have to like pass some EQ level of Japanese language test, which it would take me 2 years to do, which I got 2 years, I could do it, but just forego that and be like ad hoc tour guide, tour buddy, partner in crime for hire. Could be really fun. These guys look cool. You guys look cool.
But it didn't.
Two cool looking dudes. One guy's super muscly, got all tatted up, and the other guy's blind, wearing a like looking really interesting, real colorful. Two colorful dudes. Very cool. Yeah. Anyway, let's walk over there. Let's go check out these disc unions. Let's see what's going on over there, and then I'm gonna call it a wrap. Let me see if I can get some of your comments. Oh, we can do this way. Perfect prescription. You gotta know, Sangenjai is Sancha. You gotta say Sancha. That's how you say it. That's how the locals say it. Sancha. Sangenjaya. The street streams are unpredictable. Makes for good viewing. They're very unpredictable. I thought the batting average would be higher. I could do them in the middle of the day, but they wouldn't be live anymore. Or they would be, but maybe that shouldn't matter. Maybe I should do them in the middle of the day. It's too hot to do them in the middle of the day, but they are definitely unpredictable. And hey, kudos to me for like, you know, hey, I don't know what's going to happen on these things. I'm out here by myself. I'm doing my best. I'm trying to entertain. Are you entertained? I mean, you're hanging out. I appreciate it. Let's see here. It would be cool to see you trying out some delicious food on one of your streams sometime. I did one. We went to the ramen museum. We did make a video of me going to the ramen museum with my family. And if you want to see my family, they're in that video. They make a miniature cameo a little bit. And, but we went to the ramen museum and yeah, we did some like proper TV stuff. Somebody had also told me like, don't turn into a Japan travel channel. I was like, really? Okay, well, all right. I wonder. Okay, can I have diplomatic license plates as an ambassador? Yeah, that would be really cool. I see that. In fact, some guy let me in today. I merged in front of they're blue. They're blue and they say Gaikoku on them. They say foreign country. And one of them, like, Dozo, let me into traffic today, which was really nice. No questions asked. Okay. Still in front of you. Yes, I see. That building that was torn down was where they were. I wonder if they've moved over here. Has that been in the last few years or was that like 10 years ago? I don't know. I don't go to jazz and the metal, like not really that interesting to me. And also, by the way, if a disc union has, if there's a cluster of disc unions and there's the main one will have all the genres. It will have metal and it'll have anime and soundtracks. But in the neighborhood, there might also be a specialty shop that has specific only for video soundtracks. And I don't ever really feel the need to go over to this. Rock and roll even, like, if you go to the Vinyl Union in Shinjuku, like you think you're gonna find all the best obies of all the, David Bowies and Beatles and whoever you care about, but you gotta go to the special rock and roll place to get the real good stuff. But yeah, like I was saying the other day, like I don't even really go upstairs at Disc Union. Psychogeographic tours. Psychogeographic tours are big over here these days, especially in the UK. Psychogeographic. What the hell is that? Now, something that I do is once a year or twice a year, I put on a very big photo event, a photography event, because I have all this film that I got bestowed to me. I inherited the Guinness Book of World Records biggest film collection in the world, the unused film. And I have a storage container filled with film, and it's a good excuse to bring together the photography community. And every year or twice a year, once every 2 years, it just depends on when I can get to it, we host a big event, and we raise money for various causes, and one of them that we raise money for is the basically mental health organizations. And everybody always says on those photo walks that like photography is something that they do as a therapy, which is, I have no idea what psychogeographic tours are. I don't imagine this is the exact same thing. What is, explain to me psychogeographic tours? I might have to look it up. But yeah, I mean, record shopping as like a, as a getting a fix, I don't know, or, a calming feel vibe. Shopping is entertainment is Rakuten's motto. I don't know if I really agree with that. But metal has a lot of punk as well. Classical has a lot of avant-garde. Okay. So it looks like I'll walk over there at the next light. I'll check it out. Well, also I can see, like I mentioned, Juntendo. Juntendo is where my wife went to college. Are all Juntendo. Institute of Science Tokyo, all the medical schools and dentistry schools are over here, and I think even veterinarian schools, I think they're all right here on the river. I can see the logos on all the buildings. But what I was gonna say is that like maybe college students aren't buying that many records. Maybe that's a thing. I mean, you can't really say this is really a college town. I mean, it's just a industrial part of Tokyo, but there's like 20 colleges here. So, and a lot of young people. So maybe like records, maybe this is like maybe you'd be hard pressed to find as many record collectors here as maybe you would say like Shibuya or Shinjuku. Let's go check out these disc unions. I mean, the problem is they closed 45 minutes ago, an hour ago. But let's just go check them out. Thank you guys for being with me. I really appreciate it. I really do. I even think that, you could say that hanging out on YouTube streams and, especially for those of us who like, maybe we don't have like maybe this is our community of people. I saw one of Fitz's, Brian Fitzgerald from Fitz's Electric Bar, interviewing somebody recently, and that person said about the VC, about the vinyl community, oh, look at this McLaren. Oh no, that's a Corvette. What the fuck is that? It's a new Corvette. It's gorgeous. I like the new Corvettes. They're real nice. They're all sharky. Yeah, that's hot. Okay, B1 and 1. Okay, they're new. Classic and hard rock and heavy metal, yeah. So where's jazz? Jazz, I don't remember. I remember classical and hard rock they were up the road that way, on that side of the street by that Ringer hut or whatever it is. Okay, so how do you go this way? Okay, it's down there. There you go. I've never been. Hard rock And what is that? Heavy metal. And then book union, CDs and DVDs. Okay, that might be worth checking out up there. Let's just see what's in the window. Oops, what's that? And this is also like Suffix and what's that one called? My kids went there. Nichino-kan. Nichino-kan and Suffix, these are jukus, where the kids are studying for their entrance exams. It's like cram schools. And it's like, oh, it's Taihan. Very Taihan. Okay, wow, look, they've got like records and CDs outside. Look, these are all records. Just like outside. There's like 1,000 records right here. The shutter's closed. I wonder if they'll stay there all night. Surely not. That's insane. Okay, so here in the classical window, they have the disc union bags, which I have in my backpack. They've got some little saxophone kind of style figurines, and hold on, I'll do like this. Oops. Some violins. What are those? I'm not sure. Kind of cheesy. 5,500 yen. Those are getting expensive. What? 4,000, 55. Okay, there's different materials. Look at this. Those are CDs back there. There's like 1,000 records here. 50, 100, 200, 400. Wait, what is that? 200, 400, 600, 800. It's like a couple thousand records here. And like the door is shut. Are you serious? They're just gonna stay out there the whole time? You have got to be kidding me. Hold on, is there an entrance inside here? You're kidding me. Wow, amazing. Amazing. Well, there you go. That's Japan for you. I wonder if they're going to be out there all night. That is insane. Well, if you want to risk, see what the possible punishment for a 5-finger discount there is. Okay, so this is kind of new, it looks like. Okay. Disc Union, look at me. I love this about Japan. It's just so honest. I mean, I did see a funny meme the other day that was like, it was a guy going into a train station, and he says, I left my camera on the platform, and the attendant says, "Oh, we have it for you. Japan's a very honest country. You'll never lose anything. There's no crime in Japan whatsoever. It's totally safe here." And then the guy says, "Oh, and I also lost a clear umbrella." And then this train attendant goes, "Oh, what did it look like?" There are some rules that are like just totally it's a free-for-all, but they're truly like petty crimes, truly petty. $5 umbrellas are up for grabs. It's quite interesting, actually. Okay, walking back over to the motorcycle and then calling it a night. Yeah, unpredictable. That's the takeaway tonight. Unpredictable. Unpredictable. We got Peter is his English name, and forgive me, Peter, I didn't quite catch your Korean name, and Leo from Seoul, who play K-rock, K-indie, J-pop. Yeah, there's where the disc unions were. Maybe they were in this building, actually. I think they were in that one. I think they were in that one, and that was the little door that they were in. And there's nothing in there. I can't remember. It's been a while. Or maybe it was... Anyway. Okay, well... I don't think this is as sustainable as I imagine. I'm happy that I'm just going for it and figuring it out. But it might be back to the drawing board a little bit. I don't want to strike out so frequently. It's fun, but I want to talk about music. And I don't really want to become like a, you know, just somebody who's standing out on the street with a camera talking to nobody. Or not nobody, but just talking to seemingly thin air. Not to call you guys thin air. Speaking of which, I'm going to read your comments here. We got booted off the property. That was the highlight of the evening. We got booted off the property. I'm not going to let that happen again. Definitely not going to let that happen again. Come to Ochanomizu. There's some interesting shrines here. Kanda Myojin is very... I should take you guys to Kanda Myojin. Kanda Myojin is amazing. We're going to walk right past the Russian Orthodox Church. Funny that I brought up the Russian thing. We're right next to the Russian Orthodox Church. Maybe the universe is trying to tell me something. I'll show it to you. I wonder if you can get a view of it. But if you come on a Saturday or whatever day they do their thing in the Russian Orthodox Church, there's a bell tower here that is stunning. If you can time it during one of the services, you can hear like a straight 5 minutes of church bells, and it's really, really amazing. And it's a really beautiful building, and it's kind of, you know, the first sort of, I'm gonna guess they're like refugees. You know, they're like, huh, can you imagine like being Russian 100 years ago, 150 years ago, and coming to Japan and, you know, like integrating at that time? Like, you think we're like aliens now. Think of what it would have been like then. So here it is. Let me show you. There's the bike. And can you see the church? Let's see if I can get you a view of it. And those are bells up there. It's really, really beautiful. It's got a copper green roof. It's quite huge, actually. I want to go inside these buildings. That would be an interesting thing. I want to go inside them. I've never been inside the mosque. I've always been thinking about going inside the mosque. I've never done that. Okay. Time for a nice ride home. Hold on, and I'll pack my stuff up. And I'll read any last comments. It's hot. They say it's the hottest summer of ever. The hottest summer on record. And it's not letting up, I heard. Let's see, Ed Topo. It's a way of walking through an urban area, connecting historical events. Never been on one. Okay, this is the psychogeographical. It's a way of walking through urban area, connecting historical events. I love it. I get it. I completely get it. I completely get it. I followed a Twitter feed that like every day it told you what happened, like day by like hour by hour in like World War II. Like it went on for 5 years or something, and it told you, you know, like what was happening in the world as it happened on this Twitter feed. And it would be like this part of Tokyo was under fire. This part of Tokyo got burned. This is where one part where the fire bombings came. And you can, you know, I don't know, I can feel it. Okay, yeah, okay, I got it. It's historical walks, interesting. I could get hip to that. I'd take you on one. I'd do my best. I could probably wing one. I could wing it. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. Zeb wants in on the free records. Mix, the perfect prescription says Japan's so safe. Easy to visit for families. Yes, it's very family friendly. Let's see, Jazz is in the street you were on the opposite instrument. Okay, over that way. I didn't catch it. All right. There's a funk store okay, there's a funk store one as well on the other side of the same shop. Okay, I haven't been to those. Okay, talking to nobodies. Jeez, thanks, Brian. I didn't mean it like that. Sorry, Zeb. I didn't mean it like that. I didn't. I just, you know, in a way it is kind of, it does have a little bit of like a talking to the ether thing. People walking by you are like looking at me, talking to myself into a camera. It is a bit weird. I would like to I wish the phone you could get the panel going a little bit easier. They don't make it real friendly. You can have one person on the stream at one time. And I tell you, like YouTube's interface for these live streams on the phone sucks. They really got to figure that out. And interestingly, StreamYard doesn't do one for the phone. It's like the app is only for guests and not hosts. So you can't really host a live stream here. I don't know, somebody needs to figure out live streaming from the phone. Yeah, maybe a little bit earlier if possible. 8 p.m. is too close to the, yeah, it's so close that it cuts. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I work till 7 normally, and then I'm always like overtiming it, and it's always like 8. I'm rushing, and it's like that's the deal. How hot in Fahrenheit does it get in the daytime? I think like 95. Like, yeah, it's hot, dude. Prepare for it to be very, very hot if you come. Connecting events, people, and myths. I love it. I love it. I mean, I would love to learn by teaching. You know, I would love to learn the city by teaching. And you know, like I don't know, I could imagine like having some people on the street with me, or like that I'm guiding around, and they're like, "What's this building?" And I'm like, "I have no idea, but let's go find out." And they're like, no, it's okay. And I'm like, no, I want to know too. Let's go find out. It's interesting. And then like walk into the lobby and be like, hey, what's going on here? And like, oh, this building was built in the thing. And like, would you like secret access to the secret room? Yes, we would. Do you want to try the secret thing that only the people who ask get to know about? Yes, you know. And then boom, you got another thing to put on your list of things to know about. So that sounds incredibly fun and endless fun. Endless entertainment. I would do that every day. I wonder if and you get in shape and like moving in the city. The heat would be something to deal with. But you got the car. And you get, it's like luxury, it's semi-luxury slumming tours, something like this. Thank you, Ed Topo, for making me hip to psychogeographic tours. I love it. Holmes, 6'11", America is very family friendly too. I agree. America is very friendly. I was just going off about America's friendliness this morning. Don't worry. America's friendly. But America is... Oh! Japan! Fucking today! Today? Yesterday, maybe. There's a fucking stabber at large. There's a guy who fucking stabbed somebody on the streets of Sangenjaya, Mick. Surely it made international news, I would think. Somebody went out and, don't even want to say it. Like yeah, unlifed somebody in a really gruesome way, and like ran off. And I don't know if they've caught him. And the schools, they were like on, they were what, lockdown or whatever. You know, it was not good. It was a really bad situation. Ninja Cat Matt saying what's up to Zeb. Perfect prescription, vinyl kick. I won't show up early. That's okay. Heaps of battle scars from World War II in and around Tokyo. Yeah, perfect prescription. You should come give me a tour of Tokyo. I want to see your Tokyo. You obviously like know this place backwards and forwards. Come and hit me to all the things that you know about. You seem to know just like a lot. Whoops. Though I dig your ramblings. Hey man, cheers for that. I dig you being here. Please don't start earlier. Do not stand, folk. Do not stand. This injustice will not stand. This injustice will not stand. Is that what it is? Okay. Maybe the second Japan Tokyo Records service is coming up next. Maybe I think I need a better name. But yeah, the notion that you go record shopping and then you help get your record shipped home. It's like, let's get rid of that. Let's just call it like the tours, Tokyo Record Tours or something. Or just tours, or just Tokyo Tours. Yeah, I think I'm going to, it really struck me today. Like the sidecar, let's go on a sidecar cruise. I need to make a little bit of a premium package. I don't know, because it's like if you're already busted to get here, which kind of doesn't sound like a whole lot of fun, because even I'm like, I would like for it to appeal to somebody like me, because I would never be able to hire a tour guide to go someplace. You know, it's out of my budget. So I wonder how you could do that. I bet you could get like sponsors. You could be like a tout. You could become like, I could become like a Japanese tout. I should get kickbacks from disc unions. I should get a tuk-tuk, you know? And I should take you, oh, let's go to disc union, but before we do, let's stop at my cousin's jewelry shop. One of those kind of deals. Okay, well, I was fun hanging out. I'm truly signing off. Boom, as F Zappa 20 would say. I want to encourage you to hit the like button if you wouldn't mind. Subscribe if you're not already subbed up. I want to try to start being more gung-ho about saying that. If you're, you know, if you're so inclined, you can go do all the like buy me a coffee kind of things on the website. If you're, you know, if you want to contribute to the sticker fund. I have a newsletter. It's not going to get the attention that I wanted it to get this week because I'm just like super insanely busy with other stuff. But sign up for the newsletter. Just search Tokyo Record Style and newsletter sign up, and yeah, all that good stuff. We don't need no more trouble. We don't need no more trouble. Actually, that's funny that you say that, because the theme of my next newsletter is steer it up, little darling, steer it up. Yeah, so I'm real stoked about that. Okay, toodaloo, folks. Thanks for hanging out. I don't think I'll see you again until the weekend. Pretty swamped. Maybe I'll see you on one of the other streams. Who's streaming tonight? Wax is streaming. My night, your morning, maybe. What's Tuesday? Yeah, maybe let's go. I'm gonna go see what the family's up to. All right. Boom. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you very much. Bye now.